PUA, pickup artist, and the red pills promote lifting as one of the definitive solutions. The system is based on a network of quite sophisticated strategies to extract the maximum benefit from single men. The mechanism is simple, very subtle as they use women as the bait. The most basic example would be that of nightclubs and bars. The collective human consciousness has been led to believe that those are the places where it is socially acceptable to meet someone. How many times have you seen a beautiful woman that you would love to speak to, but the social setting was not right? You might see her in the park, on the underground, etc. Your social programming has told you that it is not acceptable to approach her in these settings, but you are allowed to approach as many women as you want in a nightclub. The number of movies, books, and articles that agree with this notion is quite high. Where does the character of the movie go when his lust is activated? To a nightclub or a bar? In a nightclub, women are not so excited about an approach because in similar environments, women have their shields activated to the fullest, and your efforts are diminished. Most women go there with their friends to reject men, to show their new clothes, and to generate some adrenaline in their bodies that have spent all week sitting in an office chair doing a mind-numbing job. However, the system wants you in those places, but not because the higher power cares about your personal life. There are two main objectives. One of them is cultural and aims to segregate the family unit, a strategy that weakens individual members and makes them prone to ideological manipulation. The other objective is the pure extraction of resources. The social architects know that it is very likely that single men have a good amount of savings. Many single men live alone or with their parents, which allows them to accumulate savings, even if their jobs are not well paid. Several institutions and companies go after that money. The evidence of the money-capturing tactic is practically everywhere. In many cases, entry to a nightclub is free for women, while men have to pay an entry fee. Why? Because women act as prey for lonely men willing to pay to get some action. Dating apps work on the same principle. The vast majority of women do not buy premium features because they do not have to do so. Some usually do it to unlock the option to hide their age or because they are too fat to secure Mr. Chad, but those represent a small minority. Ultimately, most of the men who go out looking for a woman end up with the next night, pays for alcohol that costs 5 times less in the supermarket, is rejected by pretentious and annoying women who dance to low IQ music, returns home at 3 a.m., wakes up tired and unmotivated to do anything. The self-improvement sector, dominated almost entirely by men, shares a similar design. A bunch of gurus guide you on your way to a miraculous ascension that always stays one step ahead. If things don't work out, the problem is always you. The solutions promoted vary from products to increase beard growth and pumps to enlarge your penis, to books designed to improve your so-called text game. An element that is always included in the manual is lifting. According to experts, if you don't fight against gravity, you're not trying, and consequently, you deserve your defeat completely on the battlefield of dating. However, these teachers forget that bodybuilding is a recent phenomenon that has just become worldwide. It is most likely that their parents and grandparents would secure their girlfriend without knowing the differences between a biceps curl and a bench press. But today, you are expected to deadlift 3 times your body weight to earn the right to stop being single. What are the biggest benefits of lifting for naturals? You will gain some muscle, up to 35 pounds, 15 kilograms, throughout your career, very rare. You will become stronger. The newly acquired strength has a positive effect on your confidence and performance. You will become more toned and shredded, only if you do not follow the wrong diet. Many men become significantly more attractive once the jawline starts to be seen. There are a lot of fat people who turn into Mr. Chad after burning the fat under the skin for most of their existence, ironically. The low level of body fat depends more on the diet than on the training. It is not necessary to lift to be defined. In terms of attractiveness, the gains end here. Naturals will never have the physique of Ziz, no matter how much they train. The truth is that most naturals look like retro swimmers while showing above average strength. The main reason why the red pill people want you to lift is to create a sense of achievement within you. Once immersed in the activity, men feel in charge of their destiny, but weights cannot solve the main deficiencies behind the treatment you receive from the modern woman who cannot see beyond your superficiality. Your new personal record in the deadlift will not make you taller or increase the money in your pockets. Steroids don't modify those properties either, but they have the ability to create a physique from another world that can potentially do more harm. Unfortunately, injections come with a series of unpleasant expenses, health problems, hair loss, premature aging, etc. At the end of the day, lifting is limited if you stay natural. In any case, many guys spend much of their free time moving iron without experiencing the promised social benefits. But self-improvement experts do not talk about this because it does not fit the narrative that you can become whatever you want. They want you to come back to ask them for advice until the end of time. The idea that you have to constantly improve is wrong and serves the same demon that creates the situation of imbalance in the dating market. The competition today is ridiculous. Men from all over the world constantly dance, hoping that women will choose them among other clowns. How many of our actions are the result of manipulative promises disguised as personal options? Imagine waking up today in front of a crystal ball that informs you that you will never be able to attract a woman. Would you continue to do what you are going to do today? Would you keep your habits? Would you keep dancing? Would you keep the same apps on your phone? Would you visit the same places? Would you watch the same movies? Would you read the same books? Would you subscribe to the same YouTube channels? Would you dress the same way? Would you go to the gym and do the same exercises? The actions of the modern man are directly or indirectly aimed at improving his chances of being with a woman. Will that ever change? As I said, change is mostly an illusion. Often people confuse a personal change in their life with a global trend. I don't think there is a basis for new development. The virus has reached the bone. Many of those practices have been here before you were born and will remain here for a long time. Also, women will never admit that the system has been playing with them from the beginning. They will never take responsibility for their mistakes and their superficiality. They love their illusion of power. Pickup artists do not tend to address the true underlying problems of the dynamics that created the need to become a superhero to date an average girl who rarely brings any value.